Welcome back to Amy Jo Junk Journals. We are still working on ABC April 2025. We are working on R for the 21st of April, and I am doing rub-ons on vellum. Now, I've seen this, Paper Terrace had these things where she bought from Amazon, where they were these vellum little trifold things, and I looked them up and they were very expensive. You didn't get very many of them, so I thought, why can't I make my own with some rub-on stickers? And so that's what we're doing today. We're using rub-ons, and we're going to make these little pretty trifold things. So I just took an 8.5 by 11 piece of vellum, and I cut it in half. Ugh, always have a hard time getting that thing open. So we cut it in half. 5.5, oops. 5.5 here. I have my new workstation up and running, so I'm not quite sure if I'm, so I took 5.5 here. So I can move this off to the side here. So, and that's how I made these. These were all the ones I'd made prior. And these rub-ons, I'll show you here. They're like raised. I know you can't tell, but these are ones that I bought from Temu that were supposed to be like on the glass cups for the wraparounds, and I just cut them in half. Very pretty. But I have regular rub-ons that we're gonna also do today. Then I took this. I'm not scoring anything, but I used my scoreboard because that's how I got the center. I took this and I folded it to like 4 1/8, and that's how I got my center here. Can't get it picked up. I mean, you can measure this and fold it however you, but that's how I was originally going to score it, and then I thought, well, I need to figure out how I'm going to get my center here, and this is how I chose to get mine so that I could get my fold straight, and I used my little lines. That's how I got mine. All right, now I can get that out of the way. Okay, so we're gonna do these 3 here. And what I did was I just took this, this was 1 sticker, and I cut it in half. And then because it's bigger than mine, bigger than what I need, wider than what I need here, I took it and then I just cut it off, because I tried wrapping it around and it did not do well at all. And then I tried cutting it off after I had it on there. That didn't do well either, because this sticker is so thick and so dimensional that it wouldn't wrap well, and it just wouldn't lay correctly. And this is supposed to be a rub-on. However, my nail broke off really bad a few weeks ago, so I'm having a hard time pulling these off. But, and this rub-on is so sensitive that if you, uh-oh, see, now it's going to be on there crooked. So I'm just going to put it on there. I'll fix the other one. This will be mine and I won't use it, but this is a rub-on that you just have to be really careful. Let me trim this. So that's a mistake you need to make sure you don't make when you're dealing with now a regular rub-on is not going to be this sensitive, and I'm going to show you with these two a regular rub-on. But these, yeah, very, very careful if you choose to use the wraps that go on I hold it at an angle. And then it just peels right up. And they're beautiful. If you can get them to work correctly, they're beautiful. So, I mean, I love the way they turned out. And I guess that's not too bad. I can use that. I'll figure out a way to use that. I can put something down here, but they turned out beautiful. And I wish you could feel them because they're dimensional. I mean, you can feel that. So let's do these two regular rub-ons. I want to do this. I'm going to cut this one out here. I thought I would try the black and white. I have two of these bee ones, so I thought I would do that. And then the only problem with this is the bees, instead of being on the opposite side, it'll be on the same side, but I think that'll be okay. And then I want to do this this flower here. If I can get it to work, I might have to trim it up a little bit, but, and you wouldn't have to do the same. I mean, you could probably do whichever one you want to do, you know, different flowers on different ones. Let's trim this up a little bit to see if I can get it to fit on there. But yeah, they were like, these were just, I thought, ridiculously expensive. And I'm like, I think we can make these our own. I mean, yeah, they might be a little time consuming, but I thought they've got to be a cheaper way to make them. Let's do this. Let's separate this. Wow. Oh. Talk about sensitive. I can't save that one. Didn't like that at all. Let's try this one. I guess need to be careful with all of your, let's see if this will work. Never had that happen to me before. I don't even remember where I got these because they just think I'll put this in the center here. Because I've always, you know, I got so many of them, I don't remember where I got these ones. But yeah, I've never had that happen before. see if I can figure out a way to get these. So they are semi. That really bums me out. I want to see if I can keep the other one though. Okay, so let's and then just rub that on there. Oops, sorry. And I didn't turn my ring light on. I'm very sorry. It's probably really dark there for you. I hope that's better. Let's see if that, nope. There we go. There's those. So those are just as pretty. I hope you can see that. It looks really dark over here. Sorry about that. But yeah, those are just as pretty, I think, as these, just different. Let's do this one, see if I can get this one to work. And put this one down a little further. Oh, stuck to my finger. So let this be a lesson, and you guys don't make, oh, see that come up too. Just be really careful with your, oops, that's gonna go off a little bit. Be really careful with your rub-ons. I've never had that happen before. My rub-ons have always been pretty sturdy. Maybe these were old or something. No, I'm not happy with these black and white rub-ons at all. Hopefully they'll stick. Yeah, they don't blend. These did not blend in very well. You can see, I don't know if you can see the edges. Yeah, I'm not happy with those at all. But I'll have to try to remember where I got them from. It doesn't say on here anywhere. It just says Avery Denson. Avery Denson. I'll have to remember not to get those again. Yeah, not happy with those at all. But anyway, that is how I made mine. My little vellum wraps, which is what I think they're called on Amazon. And that's how I'm, you know, that's my take on rub-ons. I mean, I use rub-ons a lot, and I love using rub-ons. They're just so pretty. I really like this one. That actually might be my favorite. Not happy with this one at all, but I think this might be my favorite. That's pretty, but I don't like that I can see the edges. Maybe I can work with it later and get those edges off, but that's my take on rub-ons. I hope you all enjoyed it. You can use these for, you know, you can make little notebooks with them. You can wrap your tags around it. You can put them in between belly bands, you know, put a belly band in there. Similar, let me see if I have, I don't think I have any back tags, but you could even, these are some notebooks that I made earlier. You could wrap notebooks, your notebooks in them, just as a new decoration for that. Make them smaller. I don't think the seed packets will work. The seed packets are too big that we made the other day. But with the belly bands, this is a belly band I'm working on. But you could put this in your journal as a belly band. That would be cute. You could put journaling cards in there. Let's see, I have a journaling card here. Let's see how that works. That would be pretty. You could also do it with one of these, wrap a journaling card in it. Very pretty. So that's what you could do with these. That's my take on the rub-ons for the 21st of April. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry for the issues I had, but there's also a way to save money on these vellum wraps. So I will see you in the next video on the 22nd. Thank you very much for joining me. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye now.